Hello. Today's video is about doing the frequency distribution and graphs of the children of the presidents. Um, you can easily do this by hand, but I'm going to demonstrate how to do it using Microsoft Excel. So go to Schoology, open up the document, download it, open it up in Microsoft Word so you can see it and copy stuff. Then in Excel, open up a new page and put all the data in. There are 44 entries, so make sure that you capture all the data accurately. Once you've done that, we are going to sort the data to make it easier for us to do tally marks. Right, so I'm going to click on the column. I'm going to go up to data, and I'm going to sort it. I'm going to sort by data. Press positive, and there we go. It's sorted. So that'll make it much easier. Now we're actually going to make the chart right here in Excel. And then we'll do the graphs in Excel as well. I'll teach, follow along, you learn how to do it in Excel. However, you can do the chart by hand with a calculator, and you can do all the graphs by hand. Not a problem. Alright, so I want to get all my columns, column titles, so I'm just going to copy. Hopefully they transfer over okay. Alright, they did. I'm actually going to add one. Cumulative relative frequency. Alright, so this is a new column that you were not required to do, but I'll show you how to do this. Alright, so over here in our exercise, we are told to use 6 intervals. Our data goes from 0 to the largest number, 15. So, what we do to figure out what our intervals are going to be is we take the difference between the largest and the smallest, so 15 minus 0 is 15, and we're going to divide by the number of intervals. So 15 divided by 6 is 2.5. Now we're going to round that up to 3. So each interval or class is going to have 3. So here we go. So we're going to go over to our table, start with 0, 0, and now we're going to add 3. So this one's going to be equal. I'm going to use the formulas. I could do it by hand, but I'm going to take advantage of Microsoft Excel. So take the previous cell, and I want 0, wait, I'm not going to do that. I want 3 things. I want to include 0, I want to include 1, include 3. So this is going to go to, alright, so that's right. Equal this cell plus 3. Bam. What did I do? Oh, I did times. Sorry. I have to do plus there. And then I just drag this down. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it goes with 15. Now 0, 1, 2. So this goes to 2. And of course, once again, this is going to be the cell, this guy, plus 3. We're going to drag him down. Oops. So our cells are 0 to 2, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 to 14, and 15 to 17. I'm going to make this look a little better. Borders around it. I'm going to center everything. I'm going to make everything bigger so you can all read it. How's that look? Okay. So now let's do our frequency. So 0 to 2. Alright, here we go. Boom. I'm going to highlight that. Bam. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17. Okay? Now, 3 to 5. Alright, so 3 to 5. Do a different color. Let's do green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This one's 18. Alright, 6 to 8. 6 to 8. Let's make that another color. Let's do peach. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 9 to 11, which is 1. We don't really have to highlight that. 12 to 14. I don't see any. So that's a zippo. And 15 to 17 is 1. So, I wonder if we have 44. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do sum. It's going to add up all those. Press enter. Ah, I have 44. Yay! Alright, so midpoint. So the midpoint is between these guys, right? So this is always 0, so this is going to be negative 0.5 to, no, we're just going to add up 0 and 2 and divide by 2, alright? It's going to be equals. Now, we've got to make sure that the numerator is added together, so we're going to add some parentheses. Parentheses. Lower limit plus the upper limit divided by 2. You see that? The lower limit plus the upper limit divided by 2. So it's 1. So now I'm going to take advantage of Excel. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to put my cursor in the lower right hand corner until it turns to a black plus sign. Drag it down and it'll do all my midpoints for me. So 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, and 16 are all my midpoints. And you can see the equation up here. Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. That's how you get your boundaries. Now your boundaries are always going to be the lower limit minus 0.5 and the upper limit plus 0.5. So in this case it's going to be negative 0.5 to 2.5. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright. Oh. Nope. That's not what I want. Negative 0.5 and 2.5. It's going to let me enter. Excel wants me to add these things together. No. Alright, so I'm going to put alright, so what am I going to do here? So I'm going to add, insert a row, and this is going to be upper class boundary, and this is going to be, this is lower class boundary and upper class boundary. Alright, so this is, Excel's doing some weird things, so I'm just going to have to break it into two. So this one is negative 0.5, and this is 2.5. This is going to be 2.5. This is going to be 5.5. Where did I get 5.5? Well, look at the upper limit and add 0.5 to it. Alright, so this is going to match 0.5, 5.5, and this is going to be 8.5. Alright, so this is going to be 8.5. The upper limit, 8.5. This one's going to be 11.5. This one's going to be 11.5. This is going to be 14.5. This is going to repeat, 14.5. And this is going to be 17.5. Now, relative frequency is going to be the ratio of the frequency divided by the total data elements, which is 44. So in this case, we're going to make an equation. I'm going to go equals 17 divided by 44. Okay. That's a whole lot of numbers, so we're going to make it smaller. Go down to 3 decimals. Okay? So this is 0.39, which is 39%. So now I'm going to take advantage of Excel. I'm going to go to the bottom right corner, wait till our cursor turns to a black plus sign, and then drag it down. Now, if we were to total this, relative frequency, the total of the relative frequency should be 1.00. Let's check it out. It's 1.00. Exactly. Now, cumulative frequency is when we're going to add them all up. So the first one is, it's going to be 17. The second one, we're going to make an equation, is going to be the first one plus the next category. Add that in, so it's 35. We're going to take advantage of Excel, highlight 35, go down to the bottom right corner, get a black plus sign, and drag it down. This last one should be 44. It's 44. Now we're going to do the same thing for the cumulative relative frequency. Both the cumulative frequency and cumulative relative frequency are used in a graph called an ogive. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm going to call it ogive. Ogive? Whatever. O-G-I-V-E. So we're going to do exactly the same, but we're not going to add up frequency, we're going to add up relative frequency. So this is going to be equal to this cell. Bam. This is going to be equal to the first cell plus the next one. Alright, now we're going to take advantage of Excel. I'm going to scroll down. Guess what it's going to equal at the bottom? You're right, it's going to equal 1.0. So we can do an ogive graph with either of these. Now, in our exercise, we wanted to do a histogram using class boundaries. All right, class boundaries.